Grandpa Joe's last wish. Grandpa Joe was the heart of the family. At 89 years old, he had lived through wars, heartbreaks, and triumphs. Every Sunday, he'd gather the family around and tell stories of his youth. How he once outsmarted a bear was probably just a raccoon, or how he met Grandma at a dance and won her heart by accidentally stepping on her foot. But now, Grandpa Joe was in the hospital, his body frail and tired. The family knew his time was near, and they all took turns visiting him. On one particularly quiet evening, Joe asked to see everyone together. As they gathered around his bed, Joe smiled weakly. "I have one last wish," he said, his voice soft but steady. Everyone leaned in, their hearts heavy with emotion. "Anything, Grandpa," Sarah, his eldest granddaughter, whispered. "I want to be buried in my favorite pair of socks," he said. The family exchanged puzzled looks. "Socks?" Sarah asked. "Yes," Grandpa Joe said firmly. "The red ones with the yellow ducks. They're lucky. They've been with me through thick and thin, and I won't leave this world without them." The family agreed, touched by the simplicity of his request. They promised to honor his wish. A week later, Grandpa Joe passed peacefully in his sleep. At the funeral, everyone was somber, wiping away tears as they prepared to say their final goodbyes. Sarah and her cousin Mike had been tasked with dressing Grandpa for the burial, and they made sure to include the lucky duck socks. As they adjusted the socks on Grandpa's feet, they noticed a small lump in one of them. Curious, Mike pulled the sock off and found a crumpled $100 bill. "What the?" Mike said, holding up the bill. Sarah pulled off the other sock and found another $100 bill. "Why is Grandpa hiding cash in his socks?" Suddenly, Sarah remembered something Grandpa used to say. "Always keep a little cash tucked away for emergencies." They burst out laughing, their sorrow momentarily forgotten. Grandpa Joe had been frugal to the very end, literally taking his emergency fund to the grave. As the family gathered around the casket one last time, Sarah cleared her throat. "We found Grandpa's emergency stash," she said, holding up the bills. "Don't worry, Grandpa. We'll put it to good use. Probably on more socks." Everyone laughed through their tears, and for a brief moment, the grief lifted. Grandpa Joe's final wish wasn't just about the socks. It was his way of reminding them to laugh, even in the hardest moments.